Okay, we're here with Bill. Bill, what's your age, buddy?
My age, I'm 48.
So, how long have you been on the streets, Bill?
Off and on, probably, I don't know, man. It's been years, probably maybe about good 5 to 6 years. Really bad. And off and on, just look, I ain't had much of a family to kind of, get my foot in the door and, anywhere. So when I say I'm by myself, I mean, I literally got just me. And, I got family members that are in the same situation as me, homeless and stuff like that. So when I'm out here, I have to, live, in a tent or, I go to shelters but the only problem with going to a shelter is something happens where somebody steals off me or, takes my my clothes. And I've lost clothes like many times. Have I built myself up and had clothes and had went to a shelter and then somebody has stole all my stuff. And or if you miss a day at the shelter, then you come back and get your clothes and then they don't give you half your stuff back. So I chose to live in a tent. And
So how was your home life growing up, Bill?
My home life growing up was, I lived with my dad and my stepmom because my mother was, she was on drugs real bad coming up. My mom and dad were 16 when they had me, so they were just kids themselves. But the thing was they were never a couple. And my stepmom took me in, and they had drug problems themselves, and we didn't have no Christmases, we didn't have anything, so I ended up leaving the house when I was 18. And
so what's been your drug of choice?
Drug of choice it's been it was pills, and then it went to heroin. Now fentanyl was my drug of choice.
So what about what are you doing now to stay? Are you clean or are you still?
I've relapsed a couple times. But right now I've been clean like maybe almost a week now.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
On that. So what age did you start with all your uses, your drug use?
I don't know, man. Like I started drinking and stuff like that before I got out of high school. So maybe around 17, and then that progressed into starting to use pain pills and stuff like that. Once I started using pain pills, man, I was like, started being dependent upon them, you know what I mean?
Pretty much downhill from there?
Downhill from there.
So, how was your childhood life at home with your parents? Was it good, or was they there for you?
Childhood wasn't really, there was nothing. My dad was a drunk all the time, so my dad wasn't a father to me. He was work, but never did we have much of a relationship. And my mom, my real mom wasn't there, and my stepmom, once they had my brother in 1980, I was kind of pushed aside.
So, how's your life right now? Are you in a tent? Are you in a shelter? What are you doing?
Yeah, you know what? I'm in a tent right now, and I'm not enjoying it. I mean, in fact, I can't go take a shower when I want to, and just the area I'm living in right now, the sheriffs are coming around and trying to, tell me that I can't stay there and stuff like that because I don't want to be in a tent city where I'm around a whole bunch of people that just can rip me off. But look, I may go into a shelter or do something like that soon, or go into a sober living environment. Because I got a fire in me right now about staying clean. So
stay on the right track, man. A week's the start. Only way from here is up.
Yeah.
When you're at the bottom, so.
Right, man.
Just keep pushing forward. Keep your circle small. And keep everybody around you positive, man. And you're gonna make it.
That's my.
You can do it, man.
That's my plan, man. Is if I would keep going and keep putting one step forward and doing the right thing, man, things are going to start coming together. My thing, the reason why it hasn't really come together is because I'll relapse or I started going backwards a little bit, man, and this, like, I'm standing still, like, in the same place, you know? Like, I could have told you the same story probably 10 years ago because,
Right.
and it's just not happening. Like, I have kids that are waiting on me to do the things, and I keep telling them, like, I'm going to do this, but man, like, I'm told this, man, for about 5 years. I feel like I'm just, like, going in circles.
Yeah, well,
So,
I mean, every day's a new day to get it right.
yeah, I'm trying to find balance between, you know, my addiction and my mental health piece, because mental health is a big issue for me too, man.
And they're both separate.
Yeah,
And at least you're aware of that now.
yeah,
It
I'm
takes
aware.
time.
Yep, it
because-
takes time, and I think that, man, I'm really, you know, pushed to get balance, and once I get the balance and stuff like that, but when I get, you know, a working steady job and doing all this stuff, man, I think that the living arrangement will come in play. It's just nowadays, man, I couldn't afford to live on my own anywhere, man. Like,
I don't think none of us can, but other than that, what type of work have you normally did? What's your occupation?
man, I do all kind of construction. Like I think the last year, man, I worked for this old man that, you know, seen me panhandling and told me he had some work for me. And I went to his house, and look, since I went to this guy's house, I sided his house. I put gutters on this guy's house. I built a brick mailbox for him. I've done all kinds of different stuff for this guy, and he's got some of his people in the neighborhood that's used me. So, man, I made pretty good money, you know, and I was living in a hotel.
Hey, well, see, that's the good thing. You keep doing that, and eventually you can buy tools. And then when you have the more tools you have, guess what? The more people you
Yeah, man. I had a storage, man, so I had tools built up. I had a brand new scaffolding, and tools built up and stuff like that. Man, somebody got in there and stole all my stuff.
Did you have insurance on there?
No.
No.
I wish that I would have, man. Next time,
get the insurance.
Yeah,
It's worth the extra few
man,
bucks. But other than that, what do you think it's going to take for you to stay clean?
To stay clean, it's people, places, and things for me, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go to meetings. I'm gonna start hitting the NA. I prefer NA, but I think I'm gonna start hitting the meetings more, and I'm gonna start working my steps and get a sponsor, because that's the key for me, man. Because I've tried to do things on my own and failed time after time.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working the steps.
When
man.
you do step 4, make sure you do it thoroughly.
Yeah, and
do it
I know that's
correctly.
a big one, and I know, and that's one thing that when I do my steps, man, I am going to do that thoroughly, man. I'm going to make sure that I get that perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I'm going to get the right sponsor, and I already have somebody in mind, thinking about who I want, and yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, that's good, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up with you, Bill.
All right,
and,
man.
we're gonna wish you the best, man. So
Thanks, man.
good
I hope
luck to you, and then we'll do a follow up with you here sooner or later, and
Yeah,
see
man.
how things are going, man. So
Yeah, I think when you do that follow-up, man, I think things are going to be good, because I have somebody right now that's clean, and they are currently in sober living, and I'm so proud of this person, and they lit a fire under me right now.
Yeah.
So I am.
hey, that's good. You got positive people around you, man. I'm
Yep.
glad to hear that.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
Bill.
it.
So, hey,
Right.
good luck to you, man. And
Yep.
have a good day, buddy.
All right. Thanks, buddy.